Next, ng click display states function. Okay, so when you click on this button, all states information will be displayed in this table format. Okay, so this is the API. Okay, this is the API. This contains all states information. Okay, so all states information is there. So now when you click on button, all states name and name and capital will be displayed in table format. Now we can use HTTP service dot get function. So we are reading the data from API. So now we have to use get function. Okay, service dot success function. If successfully get the data from API, compiler goes to this function, success function. Okay, so if any error is there, go to this error function. Next, here is the states info variable. We are binding this variable from this API. Scope dot states info equal to response variable. Okay, so in success function, response variable. From this response variable, reading data from this API. Okay, so this is the root variable in this API REST response. In the result object, we have states information. So we need to call these two variables, two objects. Result. So now we can check this example once. Okay, so display states. So when you click on this button, okay, all states are displaying from this API. Okay, so reading from all these states, only displaying state name and capital. So the assignment is, so when you click on this any one of state name, you have to display other information of particular state. Okay, so when you click on this name, display country and largest city and the area. Okay, in the next form. So we can add another template. States details. Okay, states details form. You can remove this content. Table. TD. So when you click on particular state name, so it will display the particular state information. If you click on Bihar, display this particular country and state information. Okay, country and area and capital, otherwise largest city. Okay, if you click on Gujarat, it will display country and area, largest city. For this, we are displaying three columns: country, and area, next largest city. TD, so three columns. Okay, so now we have to give the path. So here already link tag, anchor tag is upload for the state name. State details slash state dot name. Okay, this is the URL root parameters. Okay, so passing data from one page to another page. So like this we can pass state name from this states.html form to state details.html form. In app.js form, here also we can provide one more URL. Okay, state details states details slash name. Okay, so this is the URL root parameter. Okay, parameter variable states name. Okay, state name. We are passing the state name from states form to state details form. State details controller. Okay, next we have to implement this controller. My app.controller comma function. In this function we have to include scope variable and HTTP service. And next one more thing is, one more service is there to get the URL root parameters. To read the data from URL parameter, root params service is there. Okay, root params service. So where selected state variable equal to root params dot state name. Okay, the state name coming from this URL. Okay, so which one you are selected, so the state name will be stored in state name variable and reading the state name from here root parameter service. And next you can call this service. For second one, another API is there. Okay, so there is another API to read the data from particular state. Okay, so we need to pass state name from this variable. Okay, selected variable plus selected state details, state details. So we can use ng repeat directive, states in the state details. So we are only displaying country, area and largest city. Area and largest city. Okay. So now you can check this example. States. Okay, state details. Gujarat. Okay, so state details form is displaying now and Gujarat. So we need to read this Gujarat in root parameters variable. The root parameters variable state name. So you can check this if state name is coming or not. Select a state. Okay, so Gujarat is coming. Okay, so states dot country, states dot area, states dot largest city. You can remove this alert box. Okay, so this is the Gujarat information. So like this, when you click on Assam, so this is the Assam information. Okay, Andhra Pradesh, Visakhapatnam, India, Punjab. So okay, this is the root parameters. So like this, we need to pass the variable values from one page to another page, and this is the way to read the URL root parameters. And next, interval service. Okay, so interval service. The interval service means, so AngularJS interval function execute a function periodically at regular intervals with a specific time delay. AngularJS interval function executes say function executes a function at a regular interval execute a function periodically at regular intervals with specific time delay. The specific time delay. The interval function um, so we'll keep execute the function until it is cancelled. Okay, so it is cancelled. The syntax for interval function. So we need to inject interval service in controller. Okay, interval. So this is the predefined service, and we need to call this service in controller and write some logic to export the function periodically. So already one explained example is there by using interval service. Okay, so interval function service. So this is the example already explained in previous batch. Okay, so there is a two buttons, one start timer button and second one is stop timer button. So when you click on this button, start timer button, so the function is executed periodically, okay, until you click on stop button. So and there is a div and displaying to display the result. So here is the controller module, AngularJS application module. Okay, so where app angular.module, my app, and app.controller, my controller. So in this controller we are injected interval service and next filter service. Okay, so these are the two predefined services. The interval service is used to execute the functions periodically, okay, with a specific time delay. So one timer variable is created, scope.timer equal to null. Okay, null variable is created and scope.start timer function. So this start timer function is executed. So when you click on start timer button, Okay, so this is the function start timer. And next scope.message equal to timer started. So this message is displayed in div section. Okay, ng bind message. And next scope.timer variable. So this is the timer variable equal to interval service. So this service executed this function. Okay, this function periodically with every second. So 1000 is given. So 1000 means 1 second. So every second it will be executed. So where time equal to filter date, new date. So this is the date filter, only displaying hours, minutes and seconds. Okay, and so we can use month, date and year also, and with hours, minutes, seconds. This time displayed in div. Okay, message. So when you click on stop button, the timer is stopped here. Okay, stop timer button function scope.message equal to timer stopped message will be displayed here. Next, if angular dot is defined, scope.timer. Okay, already scope.timer is defined in this controller. Okay, so if scope.timer is there in this controller, okay, already defined. So interval dot cancel. Okay, this timer variable is cancelled by cancel method. So run this example. Okay, start button, timer started. So now timer is executing. Okay, 7/28 and 2016, month to day to year and 8/1/19 seconds. So when you click on stop button, the timer is stopped. Again you can start the timer. Okay, you can stop the timer. So this is the example of timer service. Okay, interval service.